Why hello there friends, it's Emma here, the Bookish Princess. As you can tell from the title of this video, I have a little story time to share with you. Something pretty hilarious happened recently. It happened at the base in the hollow of, you can actually see the tree back through the window. There's this beautiful tree right outside my house. If you watch my reading vlogs, you've probably seen the beautiful landscape that I live in. I live in an old farmhouse surrounded by, fields. There's a barn nearby. Remember that. This video is also very exciting because I have started a second channel, which I'm very excited about. It's funny, I've thought about starting a second channel, at different times over the years, like, oh, maybe I should have a channel just for Animal Crossing, or I should have a channel just for books and just for Disney. But I don't know, I've always felt like, I don't fit in one box. My interests don't fit in one niche, and it's kind of fun to know what a person's, different interests are. Even if they are widely varied, sometimes you end up discovering something you never would have. I respect my subscribers, and I feel like you guys will watch the videos you want to and skip the ones you don't. And this channel is my hobby. It's what I do in my spare time for fun. It's a creative outlet, so I always felt like if I tried to restrict myself and make like just one type of videos for one channel, and if I had two channels, I would feel like I needed to post regularly to both of them, and I just wouldn't have time, and it would just be frustrating. But there's a new personality in the Bookish Kingdom who showed up underneath that tree, and I think she deserves her own space. So anyway, I really love my farmhouse and I love the area. It's just so beautiful. I've really had fun getting into gardening this year. I planted some beautiful sunflowers, and as I was wandering around my garden the other day, I was actually mumbling to myself about some poison ivy that I'd noticed and I was trying to dig up. I looked down into the hollow of that tree and someone was watching me. You guys, there's literally a kitten. It sees us. She's watching me right now too. Do you want to come say hello? Would you like to come sit with me just like you were sitting in the hollow of the tree? It was a kitten. There was a kitten staring up at me from the hollow of the tree. Just so quietly, just kind of like she is now, just super quiet, very calm, just watching me. I don't know how long she'd been sitting there because I'd been outside for like a good 5 or 10 minutes. And yeah, I didn't know what to do. I'd never found a kitten outside before. I'd never even seen a cat. I asked the neighbors, no one was missing a kitten, no one was missing a cat. Like, people haven't even seen cats lately. But I mentioned the nearest building to my farmhouse is an old kind of disused barn. And so I would suspect that Cymbeline was born in that barn or on the premises. But yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to do. When I first saw her, I kind of watched her from a distance because obviously at that point she was a wild animal and I didn't want to disturb her. She didn't seem like hostile to me though. She was more just kind of watching me curiously. And I was really hoping that her mom would come back and get her. I think that's probably the best thing for baby kittens. So, if a human is with the kitten though, like the mom's not gonna come back. So I kind of just watched her from a distance. It was later in the day, so night was falling and I was, time was passing and I was a little worried. So I left some food out for her in case she was hungry. But yeah, I was still hoping that her mother cat would come get her. But the next morning I came outside and she was still sitting huddled up into the hollow of the tree. She was shivering and she was looking lost and looking worried. Like, she'd looked a little lost and worried the night before, but that morning especially, I was like, okay, you obviously are looking for someone to help you out. So, I put her in a towel and tried to warm her up and got her in a box and got a little eyedropper and was trying to feed her. Here's the thing, I've actually never had a cat or a dog. We had some fish growing up, and my brother Athos loves reptiles. Like, the only time I've been to a pet store is to buy crickets for Athos's reptiles. So it was just pretty funny. I'm walking into the pet store and looking at all of the kitten formula and kitten milk and wondering to myself, exactly how much money am I going to be spending on this cat? I'm not really planning on having an indoor cat. I have this really great enclosed patio that we are sitting in now that has become Cymbeline's patio, which is actually perfect for her. Although I was not planning on her moving into the patio right away. I called some local animal shelters. They were all full. I didn't know anybody who was willing to take in a kitten. And that night I was sitting outside and Cymbeline was in her box. And I was calling a cousin of mine who had kind of the same thing happen. They live out in a rural area. They found a kitten outside, and she ended up raising the kitten to be an outdoor cat. Her kitten is named Echo for Echo Base, which is adorable. I had just finished reading Cymbeline when I found Cymbeline at the very beginning of September. When I first picked up Cymbeline, I thought Cymbeline, the main character of Shakespeare's play, was going to be a woman, but it turns out it was a man. The King of Britain is Cymbeline. And when I first found Cymbeline, I didn't know if she was a girl or a boy, and Cymbeline just seemed to fit. Does turn out she's a girl. Anyway, as I was FaceTiming with my cousin, Cymbeline gets out of her box and crawls up onto my lap, and I was trying to take her off because like I'm on the phone with my cousin, and like she started meowing and kind of got her claws into my skirt and like refused to move. And then she was just making herself comfortable and like took a nap right in my lap, and I was like, well, I seem to have been adopted. I seem to have become a foster kitten mom. I think, Cymbeline, will you sit in my lap? You were kind of sitting watching me, so I thought maybe you would like to sit with me, but maybe you'd rather go back in your basket. Would you rather go back in your basket? I thought you might like to sit with me while we make the video. Okay, you can go. Do you want to go play? What's funny is that she has not really climbed up in my lap and just taken a little nap, and shown so much affection really since then. Now she's super playful and very active and very curious. Okay, it's been so funny to see her kind of evolution just over like about a week, because when I first got her, she was so tiny. She like would fit in a teacup. We had to take a little Disney teacup photo of her, and she was like so hesitant. My mom said that it looked like she walked like a drunken sailor because she like wasn't even quite sure of the use of her feet. She has mostly lapped up her own milk. I have sometimes had to kind of bottle feed her. The vet wrote under like temperament feisty because like she was meowing. She was not having it with the vet. I think she's a very independent kitten. It was great to talk to the vet and like just get some reassurance of like, yes, this kitten's doing fine. Now she's playing with her basket. She loves playing with her basket. I got this basket like I think last Christmas. It was like a gift basket, and it was such a pretty basket. I thought, I'm sure I'll find a use for that. Of course, now it's been sitting in my kitchen for the past year, and I haven't really found a use for it. But then when I found the kitten, I was like, it's like I saved this basket just for Cymbeline. It's the perfect thing to keep her in. And she also like loves like climbing beneath the lid, climbing on top of the lid, pawing at it. So yes, it is completely Cymbeline's basket. It's been quite a journey. I've been watching a million YouTube videos trying to find out how to raise a kitten, what a kitten needs. The Kitten Lady, I would say, is like the #1 best on YouTube. Like her videos are just so comprehensive. I like was watching her webinars. It was just so helpful and reassuring to like have it kind of laid out step by step. Anyway, I mentioned a second channel. I have started a channel just for Cymbeline. I know, Emma, cat videos. Really, I actually didn't even watch a ton of cat videos previously, but having been taking care of Cymbeline, like it is so much fun to watch her. She's so funny, pouncing at toys. She's so sweet when she's asleep. A sleeping kitten is basically the cutest thing in the entire world. And like the way she gets comfortable and like stretches and like sleeps practically anywhere in so many different positions. It's just absolutely hilarious. And I thought, you know what? We should share the joy of this together. She's using her litter box right now. I had no idea that cats like need almost no training to use the litter box. Apparently they like to bury their business so that predators can't find them. So when you give them the litter box, they will use it. Cymbeline essentially used it instantly. Anyway, you guys will certainly be seeing some of Cymbeline in my reading vlogs. I'm sure Cymbeline will make some appearances on my channel. But I felt like she needed her own channel where we could do nap time with Cymbeline or playtime with Cymbeline. Life is pretty stressful at the moment. The world is pretty stressful. But caring for Cymbeline has made me realize, you know what? It's okay. This kitten is so unworried about her future. Like, I'm all worried about her future because it's like, would it be better for you to be an indoor cat? Should I find someone who would want to adopt you as an indoor cat, or will you be happy as an outdoor cat? Are you warm enough? Are you fed enough? Do you have everything you need? And Cymbeline just is so unworried. So hopefully if you're in need of a little stress relief, or if you're in need of some restful cat videos, you can hang out with Cymbeline. I will link it down below. Cymbeline the Kitten is the channel name. See, you didn't want to sit with me earlier, but now you're just sitting there. Would you like to come sit with me? Would you like to tell them all to subscribe to your channel, Cymbeline? Say if you want to hang out with me, come over and watch some videos. I don't know how often I will post to Cymbeline's channel. I will still be doing, obviously, my normal Friday uploads here on Bookish Princess with my normal smattering of things. Part of me is like, Emma, do you really want to be starting a second channel now when it's like the Booty Readathon is almost here? And, you know, like the 50th anniversary of Disney, like I still do have all sorts of fun plans for fun Disney videos. I have tons of Disney vlogs to edit from our recent trip. And part of me is like, really? You're starting a second channel now? But I think Cymbeline's videos should be super simple. Like, I'm not really going to edit them much. It's mostly just going to be hanging out with Cymbeline. And like I said, I'll probably upload like maybe in kind of batches. I'm going to try to have probably 4 or 5 at least up on the channel when I post this video. Look, I thought you wanted to come sit with me, but now you don't seem to want to sit with me. So I don't think the Cymbeline channel should be too much work. Hopefully she will just add a little fun, a little extra magic to the Bookish Kingdom. Yeah, pretty soon you're going to be able to jump right up here. That's my belt. You've now all met Cymbeline the Kitten. And if you're interested, you can go check out her channel. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll talk to you again soon, and until then, I hope you have a magical day. Bye. You want to say bye? Bye. Say nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Bookish Kingdom.